Hi Cancerians, welcome to your monthly reading for February 2024. So thank you as always to everyone who watches, likes, shares, comments on the videos and subscribes to the channel. If you'd like a personal reading, see the info in the description box. These are the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. And as you can see, Beautiful Creatures is actually a tarot deck, but at this point in time, it's feeling like an oracle deck to me. So I'm going to use it for that purpose. One of the reasons I chose this deck as well is it's giving Aquarian vibes. One of the themes with Aquarius is innovation and doing things differently, or using things in a different way. So hence using a tarot deck as an oracle deck. There have been a lot of big transits recently involving Aquarius, and I have done a video on that if you're interested in that. I'll put a link to it as on the, what do you call it, the end screen, yeah, there'll be like a thing in the end screen where you can click on that. But basically that's a video, it's for the full moon in Leo, but it also talks about the big transits. We're in Aquarius season at the minute. What Pluto went into Aquarius after spending 15 years in Capricorn. It will go back and forth a little bit between the two again later on this year, but it's like it was massive when that transit happened. That was the 21st, 20th, 20th, yeah, 21st. It happened on the 21st of January this year. So it's a massive thing for everybody collectively and individually. And in the video, I talk about that as well, as I said, and there are individual tarot messages for the transits as well as the full moon too. So yeah, again, if you're interested, that's there. But let's get into your reading. So starting off with a message from the Beautiful Creatures deck and also one from the Power of Surrender. Those will be your main theme for February. So let's see what those bring up. So what do we need to know for Cancerian Sun, Moon and Rising for February 2024? Okay, you have Six of Swords, Detachment. And I'm going to read this message from the book after I get everything else out, because as much as I know what it means, and I'm sure people that watch a lot of tarot videos or follow tarot know what it means, it's just every deck, every different tarot deck has its own take on things. So, and it's nice to remind ourselves sometimes, because you can, even as a reader, and I'm sure other readers as well, we forget some of the meanings, especially if it's not something that comes up often. You can forget meanings. Sometimes I'll do a reading and something new comes up and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember reading about that, and when I was learning to do it in the very, very beginning, but you forget things. So let's get a Power of Surrender card as well. What else do Cancerians need to know for February? So Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. I'm not gonna take those, but this one is standing out to me. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, because of that detachment message. But I'm going to try that again because that was just chaotic. So let's give it another go. Try that again. One more message for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. It's back. It's back again. This one came out for Gemini just as well. Surrender to receiving love, support and love. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So I'm sure that one's meant to be out since it came out twice. Let's get your tarot cards as well. So again, for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. So again, the main theme, this is not the deck I want to use for this, is it? No, it's not. Right. I want to use the Spellcasters deck for the main messages. Let's try that again. So main theme or focal point for Cancer, Sun, Moon or Rising, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Cancer's energy specifically. That was really aggressive, the way that came out. You've got the Four of Pentacles. Right, I mean, I can see from here, whatever this is that you're in, there's a need to detach, because that is an energy of holding on very, very tightly. So let's get any external energies. You've got the Five of Cups. Okay, bear with me. I need to have a good cough. So just hold on. Okay, so the external energy is the Five of Cups. Let's see what your past energy is. Past energy, we have the Eight of Swords. God, okay, another reason to detach with. I mean, that's past energy, but still. Let's look at the present, current energy for you. Ooh, okay, we've got another limbo type energy with the Hanged Man. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Potential future energy. And I'm sure Gemini got this Hanged Man in exactly the same place that you have it, unless I'm imagining things. Okay, let's see. Potential future energy. You've got the Death card. I mean, that would be where you detach from something, wouldn't it? So you're probably on the right track. Let's look at your advice. Okay. Your advice is the Three of Swords. So you might need to detach from pain, to be honest. You might need to detach from pain, and I would say it's old wounds, past pain, with the Five of Cups, the Three of Swords there. Because the Three of Swords is pain it's already happened. It has already happened. The Five of Cups is where you're grieving, isn't it? I know this is an external energy, but I refer to it as an external or surrounding energy. So it can be a person, it can be a situation, it can be the vibe around you. Wow, okay. Let's look at this detachment card, Six of Swords, first of all, and then we'll start to read. We'll read the tarot cards as well. So, Six of Swords, detachment. Bear with me. So it says, you've been suffering for some time and looking for a gateway. Come here, jump inside, let the symbols on my hands take you far away. And as it says, the keyword is detachment. It says, a beautiful angel holds cryptic symbols that are written on her hand as a map to be able to guide those who have lost their way. She also helps those who want to escape. And I'm thinking Eight of Swords, there's a need to escape. And, well, he's literally in a... well, it's not a straight jacket, but it looks like some contraption that David Blaine would use in one of his tricks. But anyway, to escape, to find something better for their lives. She's their travel agent. The symbols written on her hand reflect another dimension, a whole different world, and with a swift movement of her hand, these symbols will allow her to take people wherever they want to go. She's responsible for transporting them to their destination. This angel is also accountable for clearing anything that blocks their path. Of course, only those who travel and transport are getting away from a harsh life. They are the only ones who are seeking to go somewhere different. So upright for this card, it says in a reading, this card represents moving from a rough situation to a smooth one. You are leaving a bad set of circumstances and entering into a time of new solutions. You are running away from something, but it's for your own good and well-being. You may embark on a faraway trip alone or with company. As a side note, this card may also represent that your ideas drift from one concept to another, so you may want to stabilize your thinking. In reverse, it says, when reversed, this card implies going back to the same old hurtful state of affairs. You know you have to leave a bad situation, but you stay where you are due to fear of leaving. And this will move things in the wrong direction. A trip that you may be embarking upon will be delayed. So one thing I've got to point out with the Six of Swords, obviously this is not a traditional looking tarot deck. But usually in the Six of Swords, it's normally two people. It's normally someone being assisted on their journey, on their escape, and you got the card about receiving love and support. So whatever you are needing to detach from, to escape from, you may need support to do that. But let's get into clarifying. You've got the Ace of Pentacles there, which is an opportunity of some sort, isn't it? So let's see what that says. What do we need to know about this Ace of Pentacles? It could be just that it's an opportunity to escape, to be honest. But let's see. So why is the Ace of Pentacles there, please? Seven of Wands, okay. Six of Wands. Wheel of Fortune, and the Tower. Okay. Well, you've got two major arcana there, so it is an opportunity for something massive to change. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind with that Seven of Wands is standing up for something. So whatever the opportunity is, whether it is just an opportunity to escape from something or to go towards something, it's you needing to stand up for that, to stand up for what you want, to be seen, to be heard, to be successful, for victory. Let me have a look at that Seven of Wands out of curiosity. So you've got the Four of Wands, the Ten of Swords, Strength card. Wow. I mean, I saw the determination and the, that sense of standing up for something anyway, and you've got the Strength card. This could very well be to do with your sense of security and stability, because I keep looking at that Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles there as well. So that Four of Pentacles, as much as there's a need to detach, it's giving off a really protective energy, you know, like a justifiable protective energy, but we'll see what else comes out with that. For someone, there could be something to do with your home here, that's involved in this, that you have to protect your home or your home life. That could be very relevant. But your foundations, your security, your stability, whatever that means to you, that's something to stand up for. Let's look at the Tower. I mean, I'm not going to ignore the Ten of Swords. It is there. I did see it. I'm not ignoring it. So Four of Wands, Ten of Swords. It just feels like I need to protect that. I know we've got detachment. That Ten of Swords doesn't even necessarily feel like detachment, like it's about the detachment. It feels like the need to protect. Almost the need to protect from that, but let's see. Let's see what the Tower says. From harm or from further harm, I would say, right? The Tower. Okay, I like this energy with this Tower because, as I say, it's an opportunity to escape and to change things. But with that Tower, it's necessary. So it could be an enormous change. It could be a very enormous change, but it allows you to pursue something better, a new chapter, something that you feel passionately about, something that you have more control, where you take your power back even. That comes to mind as well. But let's put those away. So yeah, it's an opportunity for to stand up for something and to have a massive change is what I'm getting. First of all, let's have a look at your energy as that Four of Pentacles, because I'm curious about that now. So Four of Pentacles, your energy specifically. What do we need to know about that Four of Pentacles? Temperance. The first thing is balance. And the way that person is, there is a vibe of balance with that, although how they can stay in that position for a long time, I don't know, but balance comes to mind with that. Anything else? Five of Cups. Eight of Wands. The Empress. And the Fool. Okay. Let me get something for the Eight of Wands. I keep getting something about further harm. Protection against further harm or further chaos or further damage. That keeps on coming to mind here. So Eight of Wands. I mean, that looks... It is a very chaotic Eight of Wands to me. So the way these cards have come out, it looks like with the Three of Cups there, again, you've got support and love. It's like needing help and support, something to help you through the chaos, to help you through the pain even, because there's Three of Swords there. The word restore is coming to mind as well with the Ace of Cups. I know we've got a nurturing energy with that Empress, and that's almost like... once you have that, turn the Ace of Cups around and turn it upright, that's sort of coming into that Empress energy, that very nurturing energy where she's powerful and she can create again. Once you get past all the chaos, you restore the harmony and balance, and you get back to into your powerful Empress energy, and then you can have a new start. But really protective energy with that Four of Pentacles. It's a funny one because, as I say, I know you've got that detachment there, but it's almost like this is you detach but you protect what you have as well with this Four of Pentacles. So this is a funny one. It is a funny one. It is a bit of a funny one because none of these cards are really, the clarifiers are literally saying detach. It's just protection. Let's look at that Five of Cups. Try that again. I mean, this for me, that Five of Cups, it's coming out of that disappointment, but there's still chaos there, you know, whatever situation you've been in. And it's going to be a pretty dramatic example, but you know, like if somebody had experienced domestic abuse and they were escaping from that, obviously it's painful. Whatever you're able to take with you when you escape, if you even are able to take anything with you, it's like protecting that. So say if you had kids and you were escaping domestic abuse, the Four of Pentacles would be protecting the children. That would be the energy of protecting the children. The Five of Cups is coming out of the disappointment, is not a strong enough word for experiencing something like that, but it's coming out of those emotions, the grief, the way you've held on to the sadness, that sort of thing. And dealing with the chaos, because escaping a situation like that, it's chaos, isn't it? It's chaotic. It's not like you snap your fingers, decide you're going, and it's like, oh, now everything's sorted and we're all happy. And, you know, it's a chaotic thing to have to escape. And you do need support in those situations. So what do I want to look at? Five of Cups. It gives you your power back once you... I don't know, I feel like that Five of Cups is holding on. To be honest, that's the need to detach, because it's like upright. When I say holding on, I mean upright. For me, it would be holding on. Like, again, being in a situation of domestic abuse, it's almost like, I'm not saying someone holding on purpose, but being stuck in that state of, I don't even know, I can't even think of a word that can justify what I'm thinking. Oh God, the word was just there in my head and it's gone now. You know, like when people have kind of given up and they're just resigned to, this is my life now. I've just got to deal with this shit. It's horrible. It's painful. I can't think of the word. It did come briefly and then it went. But just being stuck in that. But like by coming out of that sense of giving up, or however you want to put it, it's not even apathy. It's deeper than apathy. It's like gives you your power back to sort of go off and start anew. And I'm not saying this is literally about domestic abuse. That's just an example. But, you know, that's just, yeah, that's what comes to mind here. So, yeah, this energy, I really feel like it's a protective energy. It's protecting whatever you have in whatever situation you're in, whatever hardships have happened, if they have happened. It's protecting your assets as you get out of the chaos and prevent further hardship. Strange, really strange way of putting this. But yeah. So we're going to look at the Five of Cups, and I feel that is the situation. That is the whatever you're feeling that you need to protect or protect against and escape and everything. That is it. It's something I don't think any words can justify whatever that is. I mean, you'll know if it's your situation because you'll resonate with the card. But let's have a look at that Five of Cups. It's loss. I think loss is the right word. Loss is one word, and emptiness is coming to mind as well. So you've got the Queen of Wands. Right, you've got the King of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Swords. One more. Very aggressively. Nine of Wands, yeah. Let me get one for that Knight of Swords. Okay, let me get one more for that Knight of Swords. I'm going to try that again. That's a lot. I mean, they do feel relevant, but I'm going to try it again because it was just like 4 cards when I only wanted one. Yeah. So that, okay, first of all, so 5 of Cups, for me, it's loss. I think devastation is coming to mind. So for anybody that is going through a sense of devastation at this point in time, I'm really sorry that you're going through that. I said loss, I said emptiness. This is the energy that's around you, whether it is the literal situation, the feeling, whatever it is, it's around you. Even if it's lingering, if it's something that's already happened and it's just lingering feelings around that. This Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles, it could be external people that where it would be a good idea to get support from them. I mean, you've got the Queen of Wands. She's proactive, isn't she? She'd be the one that, again, it might be triggering for some, but you know, like in a domestic abuse situation, she's the one that would prompt you to take action to leave the situation, wouldn't she? The King of Pentacles would be the one that could provide practical support. Like he might be the one that helps you to find a place to move to live if you need to move away, or transport or whatever, like practical. Like he'd be the one to bring you shopping if you need food, that sort of thing, or arrange for that to happen. So there could be supporters. It could also be like a heads up that you need to detach from that sense of loss or emptiness again. If you're in a situation where it feels stagnant because you just don't know what to do, you don't know how to escape, it's a need to detach from that so you can become this Queen of Wands and become determined and proactive. And the King of Wands, you can create that sense of stability and have that sense of strength knowing that you can escape. You've got the Knight of Swords there, which is, for me, it feels like standing up for yourself. It really does. It's speaking the truth, speaking about how you really feel, speaking about what you do and don't want, speaking about the battle that you've been through, even with that Nine of Wands. And by speaking up and saying what you need and what's happened, again, it gives you your power back. It gives you an opportunity. I feel like start again is coming to mind, and that might only be relevant for some. It might not be relevant for everybody, but starting again. But whether it's starting again or not, it's to gain more stability, more security, or to regain stability, security, however it works for you. So let's put these away. So this is what I feel like needs to be detached from this energy. But this energy just feels purely protective of whatever you have left. Like you say, if you had to escape and all you had was the clothes on your back and a passport, it's like that's what you've got to protect, is the clothes on your back and a passport. I know that sounds really like a really silly example, but that's what's coming to mind. So let's look at the Eight of Swords. That is someone who's trapped. That's someone who's imprisoned. I mean, even the pose is the same with the hands crossed over. And the feet together and everything. It's like you could almost imagine this person in there. Let's see, what do we need to know about the Eight of Swords? So we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I think I know where this is going. Yeah, it's really fascinating that I've said I know where this is going, and Five of Pentacles is someone going. So yeah, for me, this energy here, the Eight of Swords, this is kind of where you know that you need to get out, that you need to detach, that you need to escape. You know, with that Queen of Swords, you know that you deserve something better, something more stable, something more nurturing. But it's almost like not knowing where to go, not knowing what to do. With the Five of Pentacles and the Emperor, you know, like where, I'm sorry I keep bringing this up, but this is the example that keeps coming to mind again, a domestic abuse or any kind of abuse, let's just say abuse in general, and you need to escape and you're like, I haven't got anywhere to go. That's that Five of Pentacles energy. The Emperor is feeling disempowered because you don't know what to do. You can't plan your way out. You've got nothing physical to go on, but you just know that you deserve better. So let's look at the Hanged Man in the present energy. That is still an energy of limbo. So it looks like future-wise, you may be detaching. In the present, you could very well, you probably are still in a state of limbo because you've got that Four of Pentacles. But let's see what comes out. So Hanged Man. I mean, the Hanged Man is surrender as well. It's sacrifice and it's surrender. Ten of Swords, King of Swords. I mean, the first thing I would say is that you know that it has to end. Yeah, you know it has to end. Was this Gemini's reading? Am I having deja vu? There's massive energies. I swear to God, all of the readings I've done so far, there's been big themes of or most of them that I've done, big themes of letting go and rebirth and starting again. And yeah, you know you gotta let it go. You know you have to let it go. You know, with that King of Swords. Although what I like with the King of Swords there and the Hanged Man, that tells me that you're planning. Like here, it was more an energy of having the realization but not doing anything, just sort of in that state of I don't know what to do. In the current energy, it's the planning, and this could be absolutely anything. It could even be, I know it looks quite dramatic, and because of the examples I've given, it seems like it's huge, and for some it could even be something as simple as leaving a job. But obviously certain people's experiences vary, don't they? And in some jobs it can be really dramatic, leaving a job, and I can speak from personal experience. But yeah, it's something that definitely has to end. It's painful, it's burdensome. You need a new cycle. As I say, with the King of Swords, it looks like planning, and for me the Hanged Man, it's figuring it out in your head. Let me just get something for that King of Swords. Oops, not that. That's too much, right? Try that again. King of Swords, Four of Cups, Three of Swords, Ten of Cups. Okay. Let me look at the world, because I did say planning, but it is still a bit stagnant with that Four of Cups, Three of Swords, and Ten of Cups. So, I mean, I guess every little step counts, even if in the past it was just that you literally acknowledge that it was terrible. And I did say it felt in the past like it was more of I can't do this. Well, I didn't say I can't do this, but it is that energy of I don't know what to do. I've got nowhere to go. The next step from that, I suppose, would be, even if you haven't got like set plans, it's at the very least saying, right, I'm definitely not staying. I'm definitely going. That could be the next step from that, where you 100% acknowledge that this is not acceptable and I deserve to be happier, and I'm going to do something about it, even if you don't have a set plan. So the world, Hanged Man again. It's like you just still figuring it out. You're figuring it out, but there's a sense of determination with it. Yeah, you're trying to become clearer. These cards wanted to come out before and I said it was too many, but they're out now. It's trying to become clear and figure out how to get into that new cycle and overcome the challenges that you need to overcome. You may even be at a point where you know that you need to get help. You may not be sure who to get help from, or you may have some idea, but there's a sense here with just this determination of I've got to escape this. There's no sitting there thinking, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know. You might not know what to do, but you know that you're getting the hell out of there. That's the one thing I would say with this energy. So let's move on to the future, the Death card, which looks like that is where you detach from things, or from something that will help you to move along. So Death card. What do we need to know about the Death card? We have the Sun. I mean, that's not a bad card because that looks like clarity, and interestingly enough, you've got the Moon in there in the background. The Devil in reverse. Love that, because that's where you free yourself, isn't it? Or at least you no longer resist, if there's any resistance you have. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Four of Cups. I'm going to check out the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Yeah, I love that. This, well, for a start. So the Sun, as I said, that's where you become clearer. This is where you start to free yourself. And the Knight of Pentacles to me is committing to a plan. It is committing to a plan. It might be a plan that's in its infancy. There might not be much to it, but it is committing to an idea at the very least, and physically putting in the effort to bring it together. However you need to escape or detach, it's physically putting in the effort to do that, or even learning how to do that. Let's see what the Five of Cups is. Four of Cups, sorry. It could just be still a bit of uncertainty, which, as I was gonna say, it's normal. It's just a need to have bring in that fearless energy, as in literally fearing less. And you've got the strength card. So even though the doubts may be there may be uncertainty there, it's just bringing in that strength to combat those feelings so that you can detach and escape, detach and have a new beginning for yourself. So let's go to your advice, which is the Three of Swords. So Three of Swords. What do we need to know for the advice for this? You have the Ace of Pentacles, Five of Swords, the Hermit, I'm going to try that again. Actually, that does feel relevant, but I will try it again. Right, you've got the Star and the Judgment. Okay, so the first message I'm getting from this is it feels like the advice is not to let the pain, oh God, I've forgotten what I was going to say now, not to let the pain interfere or disrupt your thought processing in escaping this or detaching from this. Let me get something for the Five of Swords, because that is conflict, isn't it? It's mental conflict. You know, whether I've talked about the energies here of, oh, I don't know what to do, and I know this isn't good, but I don't know what to do. I've got nowhere to go. It's like that feeling of pain, the hurt, whatever it is, the disappointment, that can interfere with your movement, with you progressing, and with you even figuring out what to do and how to do it. You've got the opportunity in reverse. That's the interference there. All of this energy being used up here, and I know it sounds easier said than done, but all of that energy there, the Three of Swords, which would usually be upright, that interferes with the opportunity which is there to change things. So with it being in reverse, it is a heads up to you can't just let go of it just like that. You can't snap your fingers and the pain's gone and then you know what you got to do. But as I say, that fearlessness and determination to sort of fight through even with that there. So let's look at the Five of Swords. I mean, you've got a sense of faith with that Star card and hope. Seven of Swords. I feel like saying to someone, don't let the pain and the hurt and the disappointment deceive you. I mean, one way it would deceive you is into thinking that there's no way out, wouldn't it? The Hanged Man, yeah. Yeah. Definitely, it's not letting that confusion, conflict, pain, etc. disrupt you and disrupt your plans. Let's have a look at the Judgment card. Oh, it's a second chance, isn't it? Actually, the Judgment is a second chance. It's like you can create this. You will be able to create this, yeah. You will be able to build a new foundation for yourself. A new home. If I keep getting this home thing as well, you might be able to build a new home if that's something that's relevant here for someone. But you've got to cut the noise out, cut the conflict out, however you do that, and find a way to just not focus on it, I would say, because you can't make it disappear, but to not focus on it and instead focus on how you make your great escape. There was something else that came to mind here. Oh, in terms of receiving love and support, yes, you can receive it from people physically, practically. With the Star being there, it kind of gives me a heads up that if you are spiritual and you believe in whatever you believe in, angels, ancestors, religion, whatever it is that you feel that gives you faith, is to use that to help support you as well. So let's get you a final card of advice from the Sacred Rebels deck. I wonder if someone's had issues with living arrangements or living conditions as well. That's coming to mind here, and you're wanting to escape that because that home thing kept on coming in. So that could be relevant for someone too. Right, final card of advice for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. I will only be reading one, ideally, even if more than one comes out. So let's hope we get one. Final card of advice for Cancer. You've got two, of course you've got two. Let's see, you have Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause and follow your own rhythm. Right, I'm reading this one because this one's the more ambiguous one and it feels more connected to this reading. Follow your own rhythm. It's kind of like following your own path in a way. I mean, I will have a brief look in the book at that, but it really is. It's like dancing to the beat of your own drum, which, you know, that where is it? Judgment, that always makes me think of dancing to the beat of your own drum and kind of going off on your own path. But let me, as I say, let me have a brief look in the book, see if there are any key points for follow your own rhythm first of all. Okay. It is a card of change. I mean, it's a 5 as well, so it is a card of change and allowing change in. And going with the flow of life as well. If you feel that things need to change, it's allowing that transition to happen and trusting in it, but not forcing things as well. And there is a it speaks of surrender, discipline, and letting go as well. So that is like that. That relates to the detachment card. I will look at this one now because I'm gonna read the full message for that because it really feels connected to the message. So to the reading. So it's relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. It says, dear sacred rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You are being asked to follow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the great heart of the universe so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential but of manifestation of the great big cosmic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief that you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. And unfortunately, I'm just pointing out here that fear for your life, for someone, it could be quite literal here. I'm not just saying it to be dramatic, but it could be quite literal. Right, it says, how will you be safe in the wild electrical pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-induced paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long, and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling raw awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle in right timing. You are a part of, not apart from, that process. The invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you are in the hold of darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it is all too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty or flaky, or that you are not living in the real world. That is fear talking, not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing, she knows life and death, she knows the creative process, she just knows, and can be trusted to support us, her own creations, in becoming all that we can become. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along like a limp leaf detached from the tree and blown about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of the dark hold empowers us to take up our cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone who has lost their mind, completely free and from the heart. It means writing even though you have no conscious idea of what you are writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your rather curious eyes. And it means speaking about your work, never hiding it away. Allow it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detach from the darkness that would say it is not enough or must be the best thing ever, whatever that means, in order to be worthy of a place in the world. Instead, just let it be what it is. It might fly, it might endure, and it might not. All of nature, including you and your passions and dreams, will be what is needed, when it is needed, and how it is needed according to wisdom. We just have to trust in this within ourselves and within nature herself through the flow of life and participate. You are asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. There is so much more calling to you now. It's your time. Leap. I actually really love that message. I think the one thing I will say that kept on coming up in that is detaching from fear. That seemed to be the biggest thing that stood out to me, is detaching whatever the situation is, whether it is really huge or whether it's smaller, still important but less dramatic. It's detaching from fear. So yeah, I'll leave your message there. Feel free to like, share, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video. If you want a personal reading, see the info in the description box. Thank you very much for watching, Cancerians. Take care.